What's up, beautiful people? My name is Kinsey, and I've decided to start this channel to talk about getting healthy and beauty and fashion and just get into the creative world of feeling good about yourself. And I'm going to have tell you some little truths about myself. Okay, so I have been struggling with my weight for a very long time, and I know some of you out there are going through the same thing. I have what's called hypothyroidism, and that is a long fancy word that means my thyroid is underactive. Now, there are several symptoms that can go along with this diagnosis, but one of the main symptoms is gaining weight. And ever since I was diagnosed, I have not been able to keep the weight off. And it's just been really hard because I don't know what I'm supposed to do to keep it off. So recently I went to a nutritionist, and it was actually very, very helpful for me. It may not be for some of you, but for me it was very helpful. So I'm going to talk about my experience. She was very nice. She was not judgmental, which is the complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen, because these people are like bump it a bump bump, you know what I mean? They look good and they know what they're doing to look good, and I don't, in my opinion. I need help. So when I was talking with her, she basically had me fill out some forms, some paperwork, telling her a little bit about myself, some background in my health, things like that. And she told me that it's all in what you eat. Now, I know that when you eat bad food, you're obviously going to gain weight. Okay, but what are good foods out there that you'll want to eat? Okay, for example, if I have a pizza, now if you're not a vegetarian, you're not going to get this, but if I have a pizza sitting over here, nice and hot, maybe there's cheese in the crust, and then over here I have a carrot stick. Which one do you think I'm going to want to eat? Pizza. So that's what's so difficult, is trying to find that healthy medium. So maybe I can have pizza that's thin crust with veggies on it. And I'm not the biggest vegetable person. As much as I would love to be a vegetarian, it's hard for me because I'm a very picky eater. I'm very picky. I don't like some fruits. I don't like some vegetables. I don't like some meats. It's just, I'm a very picky person. But what I eat for me is usually bad for me. So when I talked to her, she separated the bad from the good and told me, she's like, do you like chicken? I'm like, yes, I do. She said, okay. She said, you know you're allowed to eat the skin, right? And I was like, seriously? I can eat the skin? And she was like, yeah, you can eat the skin. I was like, okay, well, these people, they go and they measure these things out and they're like, portions of this and portions of that. She was like, no, you can eat the skin. It's okay. It's like, it's not gonna hurt you. She said, just make sure it's baked or, sauteed. She's like, just make sure it's not fried. Okay, so I can eat chicken. She's like, what vegetables do you like? So I went over all the vegetables that I do like. She said, okay, here's some recipes on what you can do with those vegetables. She told me that in the morning, it's very important to eat breakfast, and that by not eating breakfast, see, I'm not a big breakfast eater. So she said by not eating breakfast, I'm kind of setting myself up for failure because it really is the most important meal of the day. But she was like, there's no such thing as a breakfast food. I was like, eggs, bacon, waffles, pancakes. She was like, no, there's no such thing as a breakfast food. Get you an apple, peanut butter, you've got your protein, you've got your fruit, they balance each other out. that is your either snack, your breakfast. She said you can have eggs. She said just add some greens into it. So asparagus, lettuce, like a salad. She said just add some greens into it. She said you can have an avocado, and she said that's great. So I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna see if it works for me, and I'll let you guys know. I'm gonna try to do my videos full out with as little editing as possible. We're gonna see if that works, and hopefully you guys like that, because I would like to be raw and real with you guys. It's very hard to put yourself out on the internet, especially when people can be so cruel. And you know, just support, and I'll support right back. So that was my experience. Maybe you had a different one. If you had a good or bad experience, or if you have some tips, please comment them in the comments below. I would love to read them. Yeah, so I will let you know how this journey goes and see if it can improve my health. I'm pretty confident about it. Oh, another thing that she said to do was to keep a food journal. So write down everything you eat. Write down everything you eat. And then maybe you can look back and be like, okay, I was not doing well at this time. I'm doing better now, or I've got some things that I need to improve on. So that's a good idea too. So she told me to write everything down, and she wanted me to think about why I'm eating the things that I'm eating. Are they satisfying me? Is it because I'm hungry? Is it because I'm depressed? Is it because I'm going through something? Or, you know, I don't want to binge eat. So that's kind of where she was going with that. So if you're a binge eater, or if you're going through something that's causing you to maybe eat more or eat less, this is what's good for you. You don't have to starve yourself to eat healthy. And that's what I'm learning, because when I was starting to get on diets and things like that, I would always starve myself. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the military diet, but look it up. I was hungry all the time. I lost 3 pounds, but then I gained it right back. And dieting just doesn't work for me. I've been on the protein shakes. I've been on the pills. I've been on, oh my goodness, the detoxes and all this other stuff. And it's not worked for me. So maybe this will. So we're going to give it a try. And I'm going to let you guys know. Again, if you have any kind of feedback or anything that you would like to share, comment in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, always share kindness, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.